Okay, we're going to continue to run out. We are in the ABS plastic waste line under the house. We ran through the ABS plastic drain line. Now we're running through the waste line. Once it exits the house, approximately 2 feet outside the house, it transitions to the sewer line. We're going to try and locate a clean out by the fountain area if we can. We were instructed that there may be a clean out, or that's where the piping is, that a clean out can be installed, but we're going to take a good look at it and see. Okay, we're transitioning to green SDR piping, making a turn. It may be green SDR piping out of ways. We've got a little bit of buildup in there. We're going to try and shake that camera a little bit and see if we can get loose from it. And we're going to have to pause for a moment and run some water. We've got a lot of buildup. So we're just going to pause for 1 moment and we're going to run some water. Okay, we're going to let the water subside for a moment. We just located this area so that we can see, and we're going to look for a fitting. We're going to pull back slowly now. Keep going. Go real slow, we're underwater. Keep going. Completely underwater right now. Keep going. Got a little belly. Got a little bit of a belly in the line right there. Made a little turn right there. Go in. Slow. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, about another 6 inches to a foot. Keep going, keep going, keep going, almost there, stop. Okay, we're going to locate this area for a moment. We're going to pause. Okay, we're going to pull back just a little bit, try and see if we can see a fitting in here. Looks like we're transitioning from vitreous clay right now, coming back in ABS plastic, and continue to pull back. Huh? Yeah. Here in the house. Okay, we did not locate a clean out in that area. We're going to continue to push in now. We're going to continue to push in. We're going to transition at about 63 feet, I believe, to vitreous clay, or 60 feet. Now we're going to make our turn. It may be green SDR piping, and it's just tainted. It looks like it's got an orange color, so it may not be vitreous clay at all. It looks like green SDR 35 sewer piping. So we're going to continue to push out, because you can see where it's green on top, and on the bottom it looks orangish, but that's probably just staining. We're going to continue to push out. Now we're heading out toward the front of the house. We're outside the house, we're heading out toward the street, excuse me. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Gonna pause for one moment. Okay, we're gonna continue to push out. Okay, we're gonna pause. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of water running. Not gonna be able to see a whole lot from about 93 feet. Just to help us push the camera out. We're gonna try and get out all the way to the city sewer. And then we'll shut the water down and we'll view everything on the way back. Making some turns. Just continuing to push out. We're at 132 feet. Huh? Pull that thing back and get as much into it as you can, and I'll locate it. Might have to run the big one. Thought we had enough on that. Going to continue to push out. And we're going to pause right there and locate for a moment. Come on. You'll be online. Okay, we marked this area right to the right of the driveway. Right as you enter the driveway on the right-hand side. What?
Behind the white?
Yeah, behind the white fence. Behind the white fence, there's a little rock right there, and that's right where we're at right now. We're going to shut down our water. We're going to pause for just another moment, shut down our water so we can see everything real well. So we're going to pause. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back. We've marked that area on the right-hand side of the driveway behind the white fence. And we're going to try and run another camera. Our mini cam doesn't have enough footage to get all the way out where we need to be. So we've got 300 feet on our other camera, so we're going to push that one all the way out to the city. So we are in green SDR 35 sewer piping. Joints appear to be in fair condition. We're going to pull back all the way to here, and then we're going to kind of push our large camera in briskly until we get out to that 170 foot mark, and then we'll really look at it real well from that point on. We'll check this all the way back. We didn't really see any issue. The only thing we saw was a little belly by the front entranceway to the house. Didn't look terrible. Wasn't a huge belly. And this type of piping, especially ABS plastic piping, will tend to have a little bit of a belly at times in it. It will bow, and sometimes that's due to soil compaction. May not have been compacted real well under the piping and it sagged a little bit, but as long as we don't get anything like a 15-20 foot belly, then we're usually in pretty good condition. All of the green SDR piping, the sewer piping, the green sewer piping appears to be in fair condition so far. As I said, we're going to continue to pull back and we'll watch for any issues, any breaks, root intrusions, or anything. So far, as I said, from what we could see, it appeared to be in fair condition. Some of it we couldn't see because we had a considerable amount of water running, helping us to push our camera out. Running a lot of water will help to float that camera out. Now we're making our turn. Now we're coming back toward the house. We're going to transition here pretty shortly to, I believe, ABS plastic, black ABS plastic, waste piping. I believe we're maybe at about 65 feet or so. We're still in the green SDR piping. Making a turn. Now we're back in the black ABS plastic. We're going to go real slow right here just to double check it. I think we did pull back quite a ways and we didn't see a clean out in this area. Pause. We're going to push back out a little ways to the Y. We're going to run water from the other side of the house real quick and take a look and see which way the water's traveling and coming in. We're going to continue to push out. Okay, we're coming up to our Y right now. We're going to go in about another 6 inches. We're going to pause right there.
Alright, we're going to continue pulling back. We ran water from both sides of the house. It both comes in from behind our camera. So to locate the clean out area, we will come back once the fountain has been removed at the owner's request.
Okay, we're continuing to pull back. Now we're transitioning back into our black ABS plastic sewer piping, and then we're going to run right into the house and black ABS plastic waistline piping. Waistline piping is the same thing, carries the sewer. We're going to pause right there for one moment, and we're going to go ahead and run out just a little tiny bit for a moment, a little further. We're going to pause. Okay, yeah, true. Okay, we're going to continue to pull out. We're back up under the house. Y is up underneath the slab. We're going to push out a little bit. Push out a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. About another foot. Another foot. Keep going. Oh, a little more. A little more. Right there. I'm going to pause for one moment. Okay, we're going to continue to pull back now. We just wanted to make sure, check that fitting, but it's right in the middle of the entryway. We've already looked at all the ABS plastic here, so we're just going to continue to pull back to our clean out. Then we're going to run our large camera through real quick. Coming back to our clean out area, And we will be pulling up and out of our clean out momentarily. And we're going to pause and we're going to go ahead and switch cameras real quick. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to set our camera right at the opening of the clean out on the left hand side of the house below the bathroom window, 2-inch ABS clean out. Going to zero out and we're going to begin running through our 2-inch ABS clean out. We've already looked at everything out to approximately 170 feet. So we're just going to kind of push our camera out. I'm going to get some water running in just a moment to help us push out. Then we'll get all the way out to the city sewer and we'll shut it down and we'll view everything, especially back to the 170 foot mark. So we're going to continue to push out and I'm going to run water. Okay, we're continuing to run out. We're at about 140 feet now. Got to get out to about 180 feet. Or no, excuse me. Got to get out to approximately 200 feet to 210 feet to the city sewer. We're at about close to 180 feet. Now at about 170 feet. We're at approximately 185 feet, 190 feet. Should be coming up on the city sewer here pretty soon, probably within the next 20 feet. City sewer is kind of off the middle of the street. It's toward the other side of the street a little bit. At approximately 200 feet. We're underwater a little bit, but and we just dropped into the city sewer. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to pull back to the saddle area where you should be able to see where the water's coming into the city sewer. We're already kind of at a point where it's difficult to see too much because we're in the city. Right there is where our water's going into the city. So we're still going to let it drain down a little bit. Just push back out into the city a little bit. That's your city connection right there. That's the end of your saddle. You can see the fitting. Right there is the end of the saddle where it drops into the city. So we're going to wait until this dries up a little bit so we can see everything real well on the way back. Okay, we're going to pull back just a tiny bit so we can see when the water's all drained down. Hard to see from right there. There's our turn. So we'll wait until we got a little bit of a dip right there, I think. From what I can see, it's kind of churning. I'll pull back a little bit more. Just have a little bit of a dip at the city area. Again, as I had said, very common with plastic piping. Don't see any major issues though. Pull back a little more. And we're about out of the belly area. That's where our belly starts. So you got maybe 6 foot, 8 foot belly a little bit. You can see where it's kicking the water back a little bit, but you've got enough grade going all the way out there in the long run that it's just going to push it through. We don't foresee any issues with this. We're going to continue to pull back now. We are in the green SDR 35 sewer piping. Like I said, we're going to pull back to probably about 160 and really look close. Another joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Got long lengths. Now we got a couple turns in here. Looks like we got a PVC fitting there. Appears to be in fair condition. Another joint. That appears to be the test tee for the property. Should have long lengths of green SDR sewer piping. I think we might be coming up to a turn possibly a little bit. Another fitting. Appear to be in fair condition. This all appears to be in fair condition. All of this area we've already inspected. So we're just going to continue to pull out rather briskly because we've already inspected all of this and we looked at it very closely. Was it off?
Can you pause it?
Okay, we're in our ABS plastic waste line and pulling back toward our ABS plastic clean out, and we're up and out of our clean out. There's the front gate. That's our back shed. That will conclude our video drain line, waste line, and sewer line inspection. Thank you.